Hi, I'm Lenard Guzman with Delegreat. We're a BPO 2.0 company, and in this video I want to do a few quick tips on outsourcing development team. So that's something we're working on right now, so I wanted to go over some tips, get a lot of questions on that. So my first suggestion is when you outsource that you have somebody, assuming that you outsource to Manila, from, let's say, a place like we're in Los Angeles here, that you have somebody in-house, an in-house developer who works on the infrastructure of the app and also will be the lead to the team, let's say, in Manila that you outsource. And the reason for this is so that, you know, the person, the lead developer here in the US can kind of go through the coding, make sure the coding's clean and it's strong. Otherwise, if you don't have deep specs, you're gonna have sloppy coding that comes back and it's just not gonna work. My second tip is to overpay for better talent, because if you overpay, you get the top tier, and in my experience, it's just not gonna work. Long term, maybe short term, you'll be able to save some costs, and it's just not a good play. I would rather pay up front, pay the premium, so I have the best talent that I can have. As far as like a team, you want to accumulate as much top end talent. So that's something I would suggest early on. One of our competitive advantages at Delegreat is we have one of the best recruiters in Manila, and she can find all the best local talent as far as the developers in Manila. And it's something that it's hard, because now a lot of Fortune 100s are opening back offices in Manila, and these people who in the Philippines who are talented, these individuals, they can kind of pick and choose which companies they want to work for. And so rule of thumb, because I get asked a lot, how much would be for a good developer? So a good mid-level software developer would be about $1,000 a month. And that's something that's higher end individual. As far as someone in the call center, someone who's really good, who's experienced, can handle customer service or whatever needs. Maybe there's even like IT customer service that kind of is a higher end individual, because they'll need to know the tech knowledge. Those people run around about $800 USD a month. So my recommendation is to find those people right away and retain them. That's one of the keys too. So you got to treat them well. And so we'll go over that in a sec. And another kind of rule of thumb is like a team of 15. We're talking developers. We're talking people who do HTML, designers, SEO, marketing, lead research. You want a pretty well-rounded team. So say a team of 15 would cost, with the office, all the fixed costs, utilities, would be around about $30,000 a month in Manila. So that's kind of a range you can go to if you want to plan out your budget. The thing in Manila now, because of a lot of Fortune 100s are coming in and the economy's booming, the cost of living is constantly going up. So it's good. It's good for the country. It's good for the economy. It's good for the quality is just getting better. And my last tip is to I know it's difficult because you're thousands of miles away, is to treat your outsourced team the same as you would as your in-house team. Have daily Skype calls, get feedback on the projects, have time set aside. I know with the time difference, it's difficult to kind of coordinate the schedules, but if you can, schedule like a daily time or routine where you can check in and make sure everything's going well. Because sometimes, your team in the Philippines, even if you have them in-house, they'll have questions. So definitely be able to answer the questions, especially if maybe there's some confusion or something, or and it's there's this kind of misconception where if you outsource something, it'll like automatically magically be done. It takes work. It takes work to create a process, a system that works. So it's it's an evolving process. That's our experience is that if you do that constantly, you constantly communicate. You have someone good who will have like a team leader over there at outsourced on your outsourced team in Manila. That always works. And also too, if you can, because if you invest in a back office, is to take a trip to Manila, see the city, see the country. Because even now, there's people ask me, how's the English? How are the Filipinos English? And it's excellent. It's like I tell prospects and clients that the people in the Philippines, their English is like better than mine. And so I definitely advise it that if you're going to invest in a back office, to go see the country, because here in the West there's kind of like this negative portrayal of the Philippines and Manila, which it's changing. It's the city isn't what it was decades ago. So if you're interested in outsourcing, opening a back office, outsourcing your app development, it is possible. And if you're interested, send us a message. Go to delegreat.me and we'll talk then.